You said a good babyface needs a good heel. What
Yes.
is, especially in a tag match, you said, you shone brightest when you had a good heel. What does a good heel do to make them a good heel for you to work with?
Well, first of all, especially during the heat, uh, and I get on people like this right here a lot, is during the heat. I mean, they're getting the heat on the baby face and they're doing it in their corner. Now, did you ever work? You ever wrestle?
I've never wrestled them.
Okay. Now, if I'm getting the heat and I'm a heel on the baby face in my corner, what's that doing? It's burying his partner over there in the other corner because he's got to keep coming in. It's burying a referee. And I just tell him, I say, listen, guys, take the heel out of your corner. He can sell in that corner over there just as good as he can the one right here. And then when the babyface comes in, y'all can switch. It's something that people don't see no more. And it's so exciting. A good heel, well, he's talking to you the whole time because you're selling. And he's going to give you a point. You know who is a great worker that, and I watch a lot, is Sheamus at WWE. And you got to understand, he works hard. He lays it in. But you notice he's not doing stuff to you and keep covering you. That's just gimmick. You ever watch him walk over people? Well, that's why he's doing that for, because he's not trying to kill himself off, and he's keeping you up. You see what I'm saying? But just stepping over you. A lot of guys don't understand that. First time I ever watched Sheamus work, I went, hell, man, this guy's fucking great. He knows what he's doing. And it's a lot of people like that. You got to understand our business. I just told CM Punk not long ago, I said, bro, and it's not there to kiss his ass or nothing like that right there, but I'm just telling the truth. I mean, what a credit you are to our business because you understand what other people don't understand. And it's not, and it's not the part of him being a part of an asshole. It's a part of that he knows what's good for the business that other people don't understand. Other people, all they understand is it's about me. It's not about you. And that's truthful. I'm just saying that truth. You see, and you stop, go back and look at some of CM Punk stuff and his interviews. It makes sense. Everything he does makes sense. And if some of these people would stop and listen to him sometimes, instead of thinking they know every goddamn thing in our business and actually don't know nothing, that's what really pisses me off. I don't know how we got here, but let's go to the next question.
I'm glad we're here because that's exactly
Yes.
where I was going. Because I wanted you to tell me I know you're not going to be watching wrestling religiously. You're a busy man. You're on the road a lot as well. But you'll know the big players. You've said Sheamus. You've said CM Punk. You can wax lyrical more on them if you like. But who are the guys currently on top now that absolutely get it, in your opinion?
Chris Jericho. Chris is badass, buddy. I don't know if you really watch, and I want to give him a shout out too. And this is a wholly different thing that we're not talking about here. Chris made a lot of money in this business. Chris is a rock star, but what really gets me is you and nobody else knows how much he takes care of people. A lot of people in the business he takes care of, they don't even have to ask him. He's just there. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what really, that's up and beyond of anything. If you ever notice it, every time one of the boys die, I don't know if you know this or not, Chris Jericho buries them. Mm-hmm. He pays for everything. You see, and gosh, that's just, you see how much of wow, I kind of got a tear in my eye because it makes me understand that somebody does at least care. It's a lot of guys in our business that are great. I'm not like for WWE, take in consideration, a lot of the big stars came from there. And that's what I was talking about earlier, everybody having an education to understand what they're doing. I mean, look at Roman Reigns, but he went to Georgia Tech. It's great. You hear me? the storyline that they're doing with him right now and the Uzos and all them, I think it's fantastic. At least it's other than something. Look at Brock Lesnar. Even though, I mean, even me, being me right now, I'd buy a ticket and watch him wrestle. But he's up and beyond. I mean, he's a monster. You understand me? You see me? He does his role right. You know, he plays that role, and dude, and I like that. It's just about a part about drawing money, and he did his part. Brock Lesnar does, and I like him for that. I know Brock, but I don't know him. I just I seen him when they put us in the Hall of Fame, and I was walking by him, and he said, "Hi, Ricky Morton. It's been a long time," and I walked over and shook his hand. I said, "Thank you. Good to see you too." But I didn't bother him because he was main event that night. Randy Orton, I love him. I love all the guys. I mean, I can't not sit here and tell you something that I don't like. No, but we get to AEW, but we got to keep the drama. You got to keep the dramas out of the dressing rooms because all that's going to do is hurt everybody. Mm-hmm. Me, I don't judge somebody like that. I told you earlier, I love all the boys and girls of our business. And you know what? And you don't even understand this right here too. See, I'm an old man. I'll be 67 next month. I've sat out here on the road, and I don't do it because I think that I'm somebody that I'm not. I'm from the old school. I know shit that I can teach you. I tell people to come to my school, even the boys, and they do. Some of them that's been working 10 years, and Camille just come to my school not long ago. And it's not about doing that, but I know a part of the business that y'all have no clue about, that you don't even understand how to communicate into. A lot of the guys don't even know what the office is. And I don't know if you do or not, but you come to my school and I teach you. But I'm just trying to say they don't understand. And they hadn't been in a part of the business or had somebody that trained them that's from my era. You see, I get a lot, you get a lot of shit on over social media and stuff. Why don't you retire and let some young kids get there? But why? Because if the young kids on the match and I'm not, even though I'm not still over, but at least I do draw 1,000 people. You hear me? Mm-hmm. At a show. Okay, Ricky Morton won't be there. Okay, you could have your young talent there, and there's 6 people out in the crowd. What does that do? And not being an asshole. I'm just telling you the truth. That's the reason I'm still there, and I'm still there to help you. Nobody even understands that I watch everything. Guys ask, will you watch my match? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to anyway. I watch everything. I'm a talent scout. For a lot of people.
What percentage of talent on any given show will actually come up to you and ask your advice?
10%. And then when you do see them, this just happened the other day. I told him, I said, listen, man, when you're out there in the ring, you got an opponent with you. I says, goddamn. I mean, when your own opponent is worried about you hurting them. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, not your opponent, but your own partner is worried about you hurt them in the fucking ring. Something's wrong, and it's just, and I go back to the same thing I told you a while ago. They look at you like you got a turd on your head. So it's, wow, man, this is a good interview. Yeah. Thank you.